Hello, my name is Disa Crowchief. I'm from Sixiga. My parents are Dory Weaselchild and Robert Crowchief. I co-founded and co-chaired a Indigenous energy gathering called 7 Gen in 2019, which is going to be a reoccurring gathering for within Student Energy as an organization. And my work is focused on addressing climate change by addressing mental health and empowering Indigenous women and men. And yeah. I attended Chief Olson from nursery to grade 6, and then I attended high school from grade 7 to grade 12 at Sixiga Nation High School, and then I did like upgrading for a little while with the Sixiga Outreach. I was on Youth Chief and Council, and then I liked that it gave me the opportunity to be a part of the discussion of gathering and just making up different activities, and that was something I found that I really enjoyed doing. And in junior high and high school, I was also on Youth Chief and Council, but I also ran for the Princess at both schools. And I fortunately got it, and with those opportunities would help me with public speaking and just kind of getting out of my shell. So I got into environmentalism when I was in grade 10. And then I started doing that work until the present. Yeah, I found out that really helped me with what I wanted to do, like after school. For elementary, these are I have a ton. I appreciate all the people, especially a lot of my family, and the women in my family are within the education system. They love children, and they love helping our youth. For elementary would be Miss Fulton. I just loved the way that she really listened to me and answered questions, no matter what kind of questions I had, and I was able to just be comfortable around her, and that really helped me go after what I needed to go after. Junior high, my favorite teacher would be Miss Pelche, and I just loved the way that she viewed the world and the way that she was very honest, but honest in a way that was not so much as singling a person out, but she just really spoke a lot of truth that really resonated with me. She was really good at breaking down things and explaining them to me, and she really helped me in a time where I was going through a lot of heavy things, which was in grade 9. When I was working on 7 Gen itself, I was fortunate to attend a lot of gatherings before that point. So I was going to Banff, I was traveling to Calgary, and I was traveling to different places to go to conferences around energy, water, Indigenous people, and a lot of that was very lacking in a lot of ways, in the ways that we treat each other and the language being used. I was really taking notes away from those gatherings, and I started asking myself, well, I want to attend a gathering like this, and I found myself taking bits away of okay, well, this could have been good if it was this way, or these people are being left out of the discussion and need to be brought into the discussion. I spoke at an intergenerational panel at the gathering held by Suncor. And then at that gathering, I met Meredith Adler, who is the executive director of Student Energy, and that's where our relationship started. She invited me to Mexico for the International Student Energy Summit. It just blew my mind the way that whole gathering was being held. It was for youth, by youth, for students, by students. The discussions that were being had, the ideas that were just floating around the room. It was very, very empowering, and it was a powerful experience. And I just kept thinking at that whole gathering, I want to do that, but for Indigenous students. I want them to feel seen and heard. I want them to know that they're valued. So I pitched it there, and then since then it kind of has just been snowballing, and that seed was just growing, and I really fought for it. And with the help of partnering with Student Energy, they were able to help us really create a foundation for that gathering. And then in 2019, we successfully hosted 200 Indigenous students from across Canada and in Calgary for the gathering, and we really opened it up the way that our gatherings in Indigenous communities are held. A lot of the work that I do is not just learning, but acknowledging that we all need to unlearn things, like the way that our mindset is towards ourselves, or things that we go after in our career. And the name Seven Gen came from thinking 7 generations ahead, like how our actions and words will affect them, and really, just accepting that we're not in the middle of this like food chain and are the top of it, and like the environment isn't around us, we're a part of it, we're part of that cycle. And so any project that I take on now, I always ask myself 2 questions. Even if I'm just going to a different gathering, like what do I want to give to this and what do I want to take away from it? And I don't pressure myself with knowing everything or pretending to know everything. I just take away one thing, even if it's just one thing, and then build from there. So now I'm focusing on building a website where I can do the presentations and workshops that I'm doing and that are important to me, and have those conversations that are important to me in a more structured way. Yeah, so I'm working on launching that soon, and I'm still working alongside Student Energy, and I'm still within the networks of Inside Education, Water Movement, YYC, COS, and there's a bunch of others that I've been fortunate to continue to work with and have those relationships with. And I'm fortunate also to start a part-time job with the University of Calgary pretty soon, so I'm excited for that. The main focus is supporting Indigenous students, bringing in an Indigenous perspective, because a lot of the time ignorance is there, but sometimes they just don't know how Indigenous communities are, what Indigenous students are bringing into those buildings, and what we're going through. And we do have to walk through multiple worlds and carry a lot of things that just non-Indigenous people and communities don't know about. And so it's important to hold space for them, but also make sure that they're being represented in the right ways and supported in the right ways. So my advice to you is be patient, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. It's not a race. I know a lot of people like to say, like, I'm supposed to be done by this time, but I really believe that you're doing everything you need to do, and you'll accomplish everything when you need to accomplish it. And I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you for making those steps, even if you're just having thoughts of going after post-secondary school or upgrading or just bettering yourself in any type of way. I really do believe that I will never allow schooling getting in the way of my education. So I don't pressure, and what I mean by that is I don't pressure myself by acquiring titles by a certain time. Like, I will go after what I need to go after that'll help me and build myself up. And I really want you to know that you're not alone, that your feelings are valid, that a lot of what you don't feel like you can speak out when you go out in the world is real. You're not going through those feelings for nothing, and they do affect our bodies and they do affect our energy, and I hope that you really protect and honor your own feelings and emotions.